Hello, this is Tina Rappy. Thanks for joining me in my stamping studio. So the other day on my blog, I had posted a set of cards featuring the Picture Perfect Party Designer Series paper. I absolutely love this paper. It has graphic prints on one side, and on the other side are photographic images that make the most stunning projects. Anyway, when I posted these the other day, I got tons of comments. How did you do that? Because if you look at the inside of the card, it's a pop-up card, okay? And everyone was wondering, how do you make that pop up? So I'm going to show you today how I did it. So first of all, we'll go ahead and we will do the outside of the card. So let me quick get to that. And I am using the Picture Perfect Birthday stamp set. This is really a fun one. It has some really great sentiments in it. And I am just using Memento ink. And I'm going to stamp it right here in the middle of this balloon. Simple as that. And then I'm going to flip it over and apply some Fast Fuse adhesive. And I have a piece of the Berry Burst ribbon with the metallic trim that I have already tied into a bow. And where I've just put that adhesive on the back side, I'm going to wrap this around to secure it. And this is cut 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I have a piece of basic black, and this one is, let me just measure it because I can't remember, 3 3/4 by 5. All right, so we'll get some more of the Fast Fuse on here. And for my card base, I have thick Whisper White, and I have it 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and I have scored it at 5.5. And I am going to go ahead and just give that a nice crisp fold and put this on the front. So very easily you could stop right there with a beautiful card and be done with it, but not today. We're making a pop-up card. So what I have here then is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is 3 inches by 3.5. And then I'm scoring it at 1/2 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2.5 inches. Okay, and I've actually already done that here, and I'm going to fold it on the score lines. Okay, so that it makes a little thing to stand up. In this middle section here where I've scored it, let me grab something and I'll show you. I can actually take and put something in between here because I have cut a slit. So let me get my paper trimmer and I'm going to show you how I did that. Let's do it this way. Okay, so first of all, I am scoring it at 1/2 inch, or actually 2.5 inches, 1.5 inches, and 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to go back to the 1.5 inch mark where I've already scored it in here. And now instead of my scoring blade, I'm going to get my cutting blade in here. I'm going to go right here, kind of in the middle, and just put a little slit. Okay, can you see that? I just need it big enough to put a little piece of window sheet. Now, our window sheets are clear acrylic, and I don't know how well you can see that here. It comes in a 12 by 12 package with 2 sheets in it, and what I did is I just cut it 3 inches by 1/2 inch. And this window sheet is actually going to fit right inside that slit, okay? But before we get ahead of ourselves, I'm going to get the one that I've already scored, and you can see how I folded it. Folding it in half at the score lines and then fold these smaller tabs up. And with this then, I want to get in here and really, really make these crisp, crisp folds. This will allow your card to close better. okay? And then we're going to put the window sheet inside of here. And now this is on the back side. And what I'm going to do is secure that down. So let's lift it up here a little bit. I'm going to use the fast fuse and just run a strip of it across there. Slide my window sheet into the center, secure that down, and now close this. And so now we have like a T-shaped thing, and the window sheet is stuck right in there. Okay, then let's get my card back here. Here is my card. This is going to sit in the center, and it's going to go in here. So what I want to do is put some of the fast fuse in here. I find that the fast fuse or maybe the tear and tape works better than the snail for this because it does take a lot of stress as it opens and closes. Now what I want to do is I've got both of those flaps folded up. I'm going to center it from side to side, and I also have it sitting right on that fold line. So this side right here is sticky and the underside is stuck down. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to close this. Okay, and when I open it up, it's stuck here and it's stuck here. All right, with this popped up here. We're almost done, believe it or not. Then, okay, so as I said, each of these papers has a graphic side and a photographic side. And so one of the sheets has a bunch of hats on it. So I just did a little fussy cutting and cut this out. And what I'm going to do then is secure it on the window sheet, but I want to make sure that when it's closed, it's not sticking up outside. So I'm going to have it about right there. And for this then, I'm going to use some of the glue dots, and I just like to pick them off of there and stick it right on the front side of that little window sheet piece. So I've got a couple of those on there. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment inside. And this one is going to be this long skinny sentiment. Again, it's from the Picture Perfect birthday stamp set. Okay, so let me show you here. Here is the front of it. And then when you open it up, there is the pop-up. Okay, so let me show you the other cards that I had done. There's this one with the happy birthday and the confetti, or the happy birthday and the blowhorns, and it pops up, happiest birthday to you, and then you've got a stack of presents. But it's the same thing. If you look here on the back side, there is the piece of window sheet. I just cut out some individual presents and put on there. Showed you the party hat. And then I have this one, Cue the Confetti, and that one has a little blowhorn in it. There's one other one here that I want to show you, and this is a pop-up card, but it's a little bit different. Sorry, I got smudges here. This is actually a three-dimensional package, so let me show you how to do that one. And now I'm just going to show you the inside of the card here for this one. So this starts out with the same base. So that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 4 1/2. Now this one does not have an insert in it because it's just designer paper. So for this one, I have a piece of the designer paper, and this is 2 3/4 by 6 inches. And then it is scored at 1/2 inch. Now let me just double check. Yeah, 1/2 inch, 2 3/4, 3 1/4, and 5 1/2. So scored, scored and folded, scored and folded. Okay, so now we'll have a little box. But before we actually put that all together, I've got a couple little pieces of the Berry Burst ribbon again. And what we're going to do is wrap our present with some of this pretty ribbon. So I'm going to put a piece around here. And then I'm going to take another piece and we're going to secure up and down. Whoop. The pieces here don't have to be exact. It's all good. All right, so like that. Now we're going to make it into kind of a little box by putting the adhesive on this fold line here, okay? And then I'm going to bring this side up to it. So now we have a little package. Okay, let's go back to the card base. So here, what we want to do is I want to secure it on here and the very bottom here. So this is the front and the top of the package. Here's the bottom. So I want to put adhesive there and I want to put adhesive here. So if I fold it like this, it's on these edges. So let's do that. Okay, and the key here, so now let me pop this open again so you can see. Okay, so I have adhesive here on the bottom and I have adhesive here. And now what I want to do is I want to center it from side to side. Oops, hang on here. Okay, centering it from side to side and sticking that onto the back. And then I want to close this down. And now when you open the card, you've got this pop-up. The other thing that I did, again from the graphic images from this designer paper, I cut out one of the bows and I am going to grab some dimensionals. Oh boy, I'm down to the slim pickings on a sheet here. Hang on, let me pull these off. Okay, so just a few dimensionals on here. Like that. And that's going to go on there. So it actually looks like a real little present in there. Isn't that fun? So here's the first one that I had done. So I encourage you to play with this designer series paper. It is so fun. It's available in the Occasions catalog and so many really cool things that you can do with it. So I hope you've enjoyed these fun pop-up cards that I've shown you. There's the other one. And I hope you enjoyed your visit today. I'd love to have you come back another time. Enjoy life. Stamp something and eat chocolate. Thanks, and happy stamping.